In the mountains of Dagestan, boys weren't raised soft. They were raised for survival. Wrestling was not a sport, it was life. Among them was a boy named Khabib Nurmagomedov. He wrestled his cousins, his neighbors, even a bear as a child. Under the stern eye of his father, Abdulmanap, Khabib was forged in discipline, humility, and relentless work. He wasn't training for fame. He was training for inevitability. Khabib entered professional MMA in 2008. Few outside Russia knew his name, but those who faced him understood immediately. This was no ordinary fighter. He wrestled with suffocating pressure. He slammed opponents to the mat and drowned them under constant assault. There was no escape. His record grew quickly, 16-0 before stepping into the UFC. In 2012, the storm arrived in America. His first UFC fight ended like so many others, a dominant finish. A new name was whispered with both awe and dread, Khabib. Khabib didn't fight like the striker's fans were used to. He didn't seek one-punch knockouts. His weapon was control. He pressed opponents to the cage, chaining takedowns relentlessly. Once grounded, he smothered them, using wrist control and ground and pound that felt endless. He broke wills before he broke bodies. Fighters entered believing they had a chance. By the second round, they understood. Against Khabib, survival itself was a victory. By 2018, after years of dominance, Khabib finally received his chance at the UFC Lightweight Championship. At UFC 223, he defeated Al Iaquinta with ease, becoming champion. But it wasn't the belt that made him legendary, it was what came next. October 2018, UFC 229. The biggest fight in MMA history, Khabib versus Conor McGregor. The build-up was filled with chaos, insults, and disrespect. For McGregor, it was spectacle. For Khabib, it was personal. Inside the cage, the noise stopped. Khabib mauled McGregor, dropping him with strikes, smothering him on the mat. In the fourth round, he locked in a neck crank. McGregor tapped. The rivalry was over. That night, Khabib became more than champion. He became a symbol of discipline overcoming arrogance. Khabib defended his title 2 more times, against Dustin Poirier in Abu Dhabi, where he survived a guillotine and submitted Poirier with a rear-naked choke, against Justin Gaethje, where he withstood leg kicks before dragging him to the mat and choking him unconscious. Both men were elite. Both men were broken. After the Gaethje fight, Khabib laid down his gloves. His father had passed earlier that year, and he had promised his mother he would never fight again. At 29-0, undefeated, untouchable, he walked away. Khabib's story is unique in combat sports. There was no fall, no decline, no moment where age or defeat stripped him of his aura. From Dagestan to Las Vegas, from wrestling bears to choking out champions, he remained perfect. 29 fights, 29 wins, 0 losses. He didn't just fight, he dominated. He didn't just win, he imposed his will. Khabib Nurmagomedov retired as one of the greatest to ever step into the cage, the eagle who soared above all and never fell.